Here's what I've learned from knocking on doors every single day this week, all right? So I'm doing a challenge, knocking on doors every single day until I get a listing, and honestly, I've been having a great time doing it. So far, I've knocked on a total of 382 doors. I'm going every single day, and I've learned a lot from doing it, right? From doing the reps, from putting the time in, getting myself out there, going face-to-face with the customer, meeting the client, touring houses, going on listing presentations. The last week has been transformative for my business, but here's what I've learned from it so far. Number one, guys, okay, you need to choose a script. Choose a script, refine it, work on it, and perfect it. So here's my script. Let me give it to you. So I knock on the door. Always, okay, first thing I notice when people answer the door, they always have this like mean mug look on their face, right? They answer the door and it's like, what? They're probably in the middle of cooking. Maybe they're on the phone with their mom. Maybe they're, working. People are working from home. I'm knocking on doors a certain time during the day. I'm probably catching people while they're at work. So when they answer the door, they got that mean look on their face. The way to open them up, the trick to opening them up and to getting them to smile, you know what it is? Give them a compliment. Okay? So I'm door knocking. Let's say it's around Christmas time. I knock on the door. They open it up. Mean look. Hey, sorry to bug you. Wow, by the way, I love your Christmas decorations. They go from ugly mad to beautiful happy smile. And then now they're open for the conversation. Oh, thanks so much. I put lots of effort into them. What's up? How can I help you? Different reception when you give them a compliment. So that's step one of my script, okay? I'm giving you the top things I learned from door knocking for the past week every single day. And this is tip number one, learn your script. So start it off with a compliment and then go, I'm actually here today. I'm knocking on doors. My name is Brock, by the way. I'm a real estate agent here in town. Let them know who you are, what you do, and that you're local. Okay, it's gonna be important. My name is Brock. I'm a local realtor here in town, and I'm knocking on doors today. I'm working with a buyer that's looking for something specific. They want a house just like yours on your street. There's nothing for sale. So I thought I'd knock on some doors and see if anyone has considered selling. Have you thought about selling at all? And ask it with a smile on your face. Be positive, be polite, be happy, and that will radiate and that will rub off onto them. And right away, guys, if they're gonna be mean to you, they're gonna be mean anyway, so let them do what they're gonna do. Do not let it affect you and just keep moving. Don't get too high on your wins and don't get too low on your losses. Just keep on moving, keep on pounding those doors, and that's all there is to it. And if they're interested in selling, oftentimes they go, you know what? Yeah, actually, Brock, thanks for coming by. I do appreciate it. I am thinking about selling, actually. You know what? I just got a job transfer to Alberta. House prices are a little bit better out there, and this standard of living is a little bit better because it's more affordable. And actually, I was thinking about moving out there. Well, great. What's your timeline for moving? When does that job transfer take place? Oh, that's great. And how long have you lived here for? Oh, no way. So you probably have some great equity in your house. Well, listen, the property that you have, my buyer would really like, and I would love to bring them through. Why don't I take your phone number? You and I can keep in touch. And when you are ready, I'd be happy to bring them through your house, give a tour of your home first, let you know where I think you sit price-wise. Does that sound like something that's fair? And then as I'm asking it, I'm pulling my cell phone out of my pocket, implying that, okay, you're gonna put your phone number in my phone. And honestly, that works 98% of the time. If they say no, I say, no problem, that's awesome. You have a beautiful house. I understand why you wouldn't wanna move. And the reason I'm knocking on doors is because nobody here wants to move. That's why there's nothing for sale. And the reason that you wanna live here so badly, that's why my buyer wants to live on the street. So I appreciate your time today. Thank you so much. Keep smiling, keep moving, okay? So tip number one, know your script, keep the same script, refine it, work on it, and be confident with it. The more you say it, the better you're going to get at saying it. And then you can say it with a smile, you can say it with confidence, and that really shows, and people notice that. From day one of door knocking to now day 7, knocking on 0 doors to knocking on almost 400 doors, that's what I've learned so far. Tip number 2 is timing. The first night that I went door knocking, I thought, you know what? I want to catch people when they are home from work, but before dinner. So let's go between 5 and 7. The problem is, I live in Southern Ontario. The sun sets at like 5:15 right now this time of year. It's January 14th as I record this. The problem was, I was going too late. Right? I didn't realize that. I thought it would be perfect timing catching people when they got home from work, but it turned out it looked a little bit creepy, right? People see some strange guy in the dark on their Ring doorbell camera standing outside their front door. It's a little bit creepy. So I started door knocking between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And I thought, this isn't gonna work. Who's going to be home at that time of day? But honestly, I don't know if it's now because people are working at home, but I was shocked by the number of people that were actually home during those hours. So I changed my whole thing up. I stopped going after 5 o'clock. I did 2 to 5, somewhere in that timeline. And I would go knock on, 50 to 70 doors per day. That's what I'm doing right now. And it's been super successful. So change your timing, lose this misconception that you need to either go on weekends or late at night, and you will have much more success with it. And actually, it's a lot easier to get out during the day than it is at night. At night, we often have showings, listing presentations, buyer meetings, maybe social events in our personal life. So going during the day actually fits my schedule a lot better. I like it more, and I'm still catching homeowners that are home at that time. So that's tip number 2. Number 3 is take breaks. When you're constantly doing the same repetition, the same thing over and over again, you sort of just get numb to it and you forget that you're having an interaction with a human who lives their own life. You knock on the door, hi, my name is Brock. Hi, my name is Brock. Hi, my name is, and by the end of it, you get a little bit dull, you get a little bit worn out. So what I would do is I'd go knock on 10 doors, right? Have some really good interactions, get some phone numbers, make some connections, and then I would go sit in my car. It's also friggin' freezing out. So sitting in my car re-warms me. I kind of, maybe I listen to a song, I get a little bit pumped up again, get my energy back, boom, right back at it, go do another 10, come back, take a little break. So that has been something that I've found has really helped. It helps me keep my energy up too. Like when I'm talking to people, you kind of get worn out, right? And you'll notice your energy level as you're talking to people just kind of slowly start to go down. And you don't want to knock on doors like that. You want to knock on doors full of energy, hopeful. You want to show them that you're confident. And you can lose that if you're outside for a long time, you're freezing cold, and you get kind of numb to the communication. So take your breaks. Tip number 4 is do not expect a result right away, okay? So you're knocking on someone's door, the chances of them A, selling today, and B, not having an agent is so slim. So do not expect to knock on their door and sign that listing right then and there, that night, that week, or even that month. Most likely, okay, I've noticed in my business, when someone is going to be selling their house, they're starting that communication with me 8 months to a year in advance. Sounds like a long time, and it might not be a super formal conversation, but I'm running into them and they're saying, hey, how are house prices, I was actually thinking about selling our house and moving up to our cottage, but I wasn't sure if I'm really ready yet, and I don't know how the house prices are looking. And then a month from then, it's, hey, what did that one down the street sell for? I was keeping my eye on it because I'm thinking about maybe moving to my cottage. And as you get closer, the conversation gets more serious and more serious. And then eventually you're sitting in their living room doing your listing presentation and signing the listing agreement. But by that time, you have built a rapport with that person. They remember having those conversations 8 months to a year ago. They remember talking to you 6 months ago. They remember when you called and followed up with them 4 months ago. They remember when they asked you what that house sold for 2 months ago. So you really need to not expect a result right away. This is the equivalent of planting seeds in your business. You're prospecting. You're talking to people. You might not get a sale today from door knocking, but you are building a pipeline for your business, and really it's successful, but it is not an activity that's going to have a payback today. So tip number 5 is sort of in unison with tip number 4, but tip number 5 is keep in touch and make sure you get their phone number. Just knocking on someone's door and handing out business cards, the percent chance of you getting business that way is so slim. You need to be the one in control. So knock on their door, get their phone number, and then you be the one that is pushing the communication and keeping in touch. That's your job as a salesman. That's my job as a salesperson in the real estate industry, is to keep in touch, provide value, do what I say I'm going to do and say what I'm going to do, and that is it. So when I'm knocking on a door, I'm not just handing out business cards or handing out flyers. I'm being diligent and asking the right questions, gaining their information, and then keeping in touch with them, right? And it's easy. Hey, do you mind if I get your cell phone number so I can keep in touch with you and keep you updated on the market so that when you are ready to make a transaction, you have all the information that you need? Would that be okay? Boom. And that works 98% of the time. So that's tip number 5. Now time for tip number 6, and this is my last tip for sharing the advice, the things that I've learned from door knocking every single day this week and door knocking on almost 400 doors. Tip number 6 is stop procrastinating. Just get out there and do it. There is no perfect day to door knock. I know it's hard to do things that aren't gonna have a payback for 6 months, right? That's tough to do. It's like going to the gym. I have to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week for 3 or 4 weeks before I see a result. So it is so difficult to start that thing. Now, in the real estate game, and in particular to door knocking, we're talking about something that's gonna have a payback over 6 to 8 months. But that's only if you do the following work after meeting them. So it's really hard for realtors to get out and to start their door knocking. But my tip to any salesperson is just do it. Stop procrastinating. Get off your ass, get out there, knock on doors, meet people, and be the agent that you know you can be. Get out there and do the things that you know you need to do so that you can have your business at the place that you deserve it to be 6 months to a year from today. So those are my tips, guys. I'm going to keep knocking on doors every single day until I get a listing. I'm pumped about it. I'm having a great time doing it, and I feel good. I have this like renewed confidence knowing that I'm doing every single day the things that I need to do to propel and push my business to the spot where I feel like I deserve it to be. So I'm loving doing this. If you want to join along and knock on doors also, I would love to hear about your journey, your process, and things that you're learning along the way. And if you're a buyer or seller watching this, guys, this is how dedicated I am to providing professional value, professional customer service to my clients. If I can do this every single day, imagine what I can do if I'm working for you. So thanks so much, guys, for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment. Let's have a conversation. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.